everybody, what's up? It's Otto from 3 Minute Basement. Feels like a minute since I've done this. A little pre-recorded video with a little bit of conversating. So this past weekend, we went to the Little Giant Comics old school comic show that happens every year in Concord, New Hampshire at the Everett Douglas Arena. Okay, now this has become the comic book buyers show. Okay. Shout out to Jason Brodnick and his team, Celeste, especially his wonderful wife, Celeste, for hosting such an amazing weekend. And that's what I want you guys to realize. This isn't just a day. This is a weekend. And for $15 to get in for this show and all the amenities that this show has, it's just a really great trip. First of all, free parking. We love free parking. Absolutely love it. So that's not $15 or $20 out of your pocket. $15 to get in. They let 250 people in the VIPs. I got in an hour early. An hour early for this show is a lifetime because it's a hockey arena filled with comics and comic book creators. This year's theme was Venompalooza. So you had guys like Mark Bagley, Dave Michelini, who does not do many shows, unbelievable. Sam De La Rosa, Mr. Steranko was there. Jim Shooter was there. Uncle Al was there. And what's really cool about it is Jason gives us, being us, the patrons, the opportunity to have interactive experiences with these creators. And most of the time it's at the hotel that he books. So dollar for dollar, I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, but dollar for dollar, the experience that I had was simply amazing. Okay, I'm in Concord, New Hampshire. We stayed at the Holiday Inn, I believe. It was $150 a night, so $300 for the weekend. And then the other experiences were like add-ons. But for $75, you could go and have an interactive dinner with Mr. Steranko. Then after that, on the next night, you do it again, and now you've got everybody. Jim Shooter is just amazing. And plus, the food is fantastic, too. So all these little things add up to what amounts to a great, great experience. And I say that when I say this, that it's I believe it's my 4th year in a row now, and I look forward to this show every weekend. So I hope you enjoy the footage. Get ready. What the next thing is the 3MIB comic book swap happening May 18th. All right, you guys, May 18th. We've got over 70 tables at the Angry Hare on Payne Road in Newington, Connecticut. All right. So if you're watching this video and you're in the area, if you have any questions, please reach out to us. We're hosting an after party afterwards, comic book karaoke. I know there's karaoke lovers out there. We've got that planned. If you need information about a hotel room or Airbnb, please check it out. We will also be having what's become very reputable and very infamous and very, very amazing raffle table set up. So everybody can win. We'll have a food truck, DJ. It's just going to be a great day. So that's May 18th, all right? You'll find out some information. And keep following us on 3 Minute in the Basement on YouTube and also on Instagram for just more updates, all right, you guys? So I'll show you the haul video after this, and hope you enjoy the footage. And a few of the books that you're going to see, the remarked books, the European book, and I think there's another book in there. I don't have them in hand. Those are already off with Spineworks and Captured Collectibles off to CGC, okay? But I think I did a good job of editing that in between and letting you know, like, okay, oh, yes, especially the commission that I had done. That's actually that's in Spineworks' hands right now, but that's going to the artist to color it in. I think that's what I really need to do, and this piece will be complete. So check that out. All right. I got to stop talking. It's too long. Bye. All right, so we're a half hour behind schedule. No big deal. We got enough time.
We're right on time.
We're right on time. When we arrive.
10:30.
All right, this is the 3MIB blue team. The blue team are going on a trip. We just had to stop by the Miss Chris and the Bronco crew to help us out, the yellow Bronco crew. So let me show you what we got loaded up. And you're watching this on a pre-recorded. So what do you think of the fancy new shirts, exclusives?
I like it.
I like it. The blue team. All right. So, part of this journey that we're on. We're not even here yet, but we're at a package store before we get to where we want to go. So let's see what Otto's gonna buy here. Oh, comics, yeah. So for those of you who are watching this on a rewind, this is the bridge that you cross to get to the Everett Arena. That's right, the Everett Arena here, folks. That is the Buffalo Wild Wings that I frequent while I'm on this trip, even though there's one right next to me. And you can see all the U-Haul trucks, the old school comic show from 10 to 5 at the Douglas Everett Arena. Maybe I can get a free burger out of this joint. This guy has been driving for hours and hours. And we are here to check in and see all the great things. And we are getting ready, so.
Now we're gonna go watch go look at a bunch of
empty tables. I like empty tables. Oh, Jesus, here we go.
We'll show you part.
$10 o'clock on the button, everybody is rolling in, coming through. All right, so this is the raw wall. I can't show you. I don't have enough video. I don't have enough memory on my phone to show you all the books right here that Jason has. So, if you're watching this, come check it out.
That's very nice.
So I made it. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Said Roger didn't make it.
Yeah, he couldn't make it up this year.
Yeah, I knew from the dealer show last week. He said the next one he'd be doing as well.
Foreign Italian comics. All right, you guys are watching this on a rewind. You watched it on. That's it. I purchased my first piece from Dr. Chopper right here. This is my thing, Marvel 2-in-1 Annual with the greatest quote ever. Well, you'll never beat me. Why?
Because I just don't know when to give up.
That's right. There you go.
I messed it up.
Yeah.
I'm too
stupid to quit.
Yeah.
Perfect right here. So this is going to be down in the grotto. We're here, and thank you enough for this amazing piece.
I'm honored to be a part of that.
All right.
The grotto.
That's it. Awesome. And just like that, it is over. Little Giant 2024 is in the books. All that footage and followed along from the minute we got in the car to setting up. And you know, Dave often jokes, Dave the brother, who was part of the X-Men blue team. If you saw those blue shirts, those were the 3MIB blue variants that we had for Little Giant. You'll see those shirts again, but those are not our Terrificon shirts. All right, you guys. So after our 3MIB swap, then you'll find out about the Terrificon shirts, which are really cool, out of my wheelhouse, but not in the rest of my team's wheelhouse. So give you a little taste of maybe an idea of, you know, what the new shirt logos will be. But anyway, I digress. So I want to show you something really cool. I just got this back. I got this back in New Hampshire. This came from Orlando because I left this in Orlando. And this has been another side project with me. And I think this is really neat. So what I'm going to show you is, this is a picture of when I met Bob McLeod. My daughter, Zoe, and myself met Bob McLeod at Terrificon. Okay. My daughter is my height now. Okay. And in 10th grade. So this is maybe 5 years ago. Mitch, if you're watching this video on a rewind, can you comment what year Bob was there and when he was set up? So anyway, so Bob McLeod was a super nice guy. And The New Mutants was one of my favorite books growing up, especially because it was one of the Marvel graphic novels. And I loved it because I couldn't afford all the other X-Men books. So when they came out this, I thought it was neat. So I took this picture holding the book, and then I had him autograph it to the Hillmans. And then I realized I had all this space up here and all this space on the bottom just because of the way I took it. So every time I meet Bob McLeod, I have him draw a character on this. So the first character right here is Cannonball. Where? I don't know where I did that one. Sunspot, I believe. Where did I do Sunspot? I think I did Sunspot again at MegaCon, maybe. But not MegaCon, at Terrificon the last time. And then Professor X was done at MegaCon. And me, being absent-minded I am, I left it at the table. So Bob McLeod's wife called me and said, hey, you left your photo here. And I was already at the hotel on my way out. So thanks to my good friend George Deep, please give George Deep a follow. The Art of George Deep. He took this, brought it home to Maine, brought it back to New Hampshire, and now it's back in my possession. So some things that I'm thinking about is putting something here on the bottom, maybe some kind of X-Men logo by him, but this is definitely not done, all right? This is a little piece for me and my daughter, so I think that's pretty neat. Okay. A gift from George Deep. I can't wait to check this out tonight after I do this video. E-Man, you guys know that's my girl, Jean Grey. Cover swipe of 101, so I'm going to check that out. All right, now here's my purchases. I spent $140 on these books from Little Giant. We all cash out together is what we say. And you can see there's a picture of Otto's box and everything like that. Pretty funny. But I also spent $300 on that Italian FF4 book, which is a reprint of First Namor. But it also has, what's really neat, it also has the first Doctor Doom in it. So it's really got FF4 and 5 in it. It's a little dirty. It's got a little schmutz on it. It's from 1971. So that's going to get cleaned up and graded. Fantastic Four #4 is one of my favorites covers of that age. It was so early and it's so just visually stunning. All the characters are on the cover. You see the peril. You see what's about to happen if Namor gets into the ocean. You see the Fantastic Four. Very early Kirby art on that. And I like looking at these books in different mediums. And this is different paper. This is different ink. and especially the fact that they put Dr. Doom on it. And I can't say Dr. Doom in Italian, I apologize, but that's on the cover too. So that switches it up. And then for integrity purposes, I wanted to have it graded. You also saw that Rom homage to Lethal Protector. That's not actually a comic book, you guys. That's the programs that he used for the show, and it is so detailed as far as the issue number being the date, everything like that. And those were giving those people. That was done by Kyle Willis, and I've been ogling over this the whole time. I enjoyed Rom as a kid growing up. I know Jason's a huge fan of him, so I had it, and I was like, what can I do something unique about this? Kyle Willis was there, and I said, you know what? I'm going to have him do Wolverine on it. So he did Wolverine on it, and you saw that, and that's off the CGC. And then you saw the Keith Williams print that I did, and that's one of my last pieces for my Jean Grey. So that's Jean Grey as a German beer hall girl, and you can see the beer steins. And he gave it to me for a great price. And when I got it back, I said, you know what? This is one of my favorites. Let's have him color this in. So this is with Spineworks right now. They're going to see Keith in 2 weeks. Remember, Spineworks New York is one of our sponsors. They will be at the 3MIB comic book swap. And make sure you're following them on Instagram, and especially Michael Raphael Comics. All right, Spineworks New York. I'm going to have them color it in for an extra $100. I mean, it's one of my favorite pieces. It's gonna get colored for $100. Okay, so I'll tell you what I bought. I'll tell you why I bought it, and I'll start from just least to last. Okay. Bought another copy of X-Men 4. You can never go wrong with these books. Okay. This was all for $140. FF 244. Love this book. Love this book. I buy it all the time. 212 and 213 X-Men's. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but whether I grade them, whether I find two high-grade copies and send them in and then work on a linear pair, or do I just buy the linear pair, or do I not even bother grading them for displaying purposes and just put them in a comic book capsule? I don't know yet, but I'll always buy these when I find these are nice-looking books too. Okay. This is a book I think I should be buying more of. I do have 2 copies graded. I do have 198, one lower grade, maybe 92-ish. But I think this has lots of potential, and I'll buy this, especially when I package it up. So 244, X-Men 244, First Jubilee. Okay. Now, I already own this book. I already own this book graded. Why did I buy this book? Because I like this character. I like this villain. I liked High Evolutionary. Thought he was good, in Guardians. Actually, I think he was really good in Guardians. But this is a pretty interesting copy. This is 134, and this was bundled in it too, and it had a price of $10 because he's grading it at about a 3 to 3.5, which I don't mind. But it was manufactured with 4 staples. But put it in a pile for $10. Jesus, even if I get 20% off, it's $8. All right. Now I don't know. I covet this book for many reasons. X-Men 96. I've read a lot of X-Men books. And this is not, you're not going to retire on this book, but I just think they're really cool. Now I got to research and find out which this Toy Biz variant of X-Men 96. Why is X-Men 96 important to me? Because this was the biggest X-Men book I had when I was 12 years old. And at the time at my LCS, which is called the Bookie, oh my God, Dave Cockrum was there. And as a kid, I met him, and I had him sign this, and he signed it on the inside. Years later, 40 years later, I had Chris Claremont sign right next to it, too. So I have that raw. I also think I have 2 graded, but just love this book because of what it has given me the memories for. Now, why this book? Why an X-Men book from 1983 that only costs $10? Well, I'll tell you. And I'm talking too long. Sorry. This is X-Men 170. And this is when Storm fights Callisto. And this is a violent book for a 12-year-old to be reading, okay? This means a lot to me, all right? So it's decent. I don't see a lot of spine. I see some spine stresses. I don't see spine ticks. It's a newsstand. It's also a Mark Jewelers insert. The next time I meet Chris Claremont, I'm going to have him sign this book. And I'm going to talk to Chris Claremont about what his methodology was when he decided to make... I don't want to tell you, but this is where Storm gets her mohawk, which is another version of Storm, which is very popular right now. So I want to know about that. What made you change the costume? Was Storm's character moving forward? Did you have a 2-year plan into life, death, and everything like that? So can't wait to do it. So not only is it a newsstand, it's got the Mark Jewelers insert. It's a very important story to me, and it's going to get a yellow label sent off to CGC. That's it. Collect what you love. $140 plus the other stuff. Hope you enjoyed this video. Get ready for the 3 Men in a Basement comic book swap, May 18th. Keep following us. If you have any questions, comment below. Let me know. Do you plan on going? What's the next show you're going to? And that's it. I'm talked out. I am Otto, and I am out. Peace.